Hey guys, welcome. Thank you for being here. Today I'm going to be talking about the zones, hidden zones, supply and demand, and how you can get results exactly like this. Okay, so stay till the end because I'm going to give you extremely good value in this video. Okay, guys, let's go. Okay, so we all want to have results like this, okay, with minimum risk and the maximum reward. Okay, guys, so I'm going to be showing you examples of my most recent trades and chart analysis. These are live trades that I have taken in so far this month. Some examples of what is supply and demand and what are the hidden zones. But before that, I just want to invite you guys, if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, this is my channel, FCK Banks. My name is Aldrich. I have been trading for 15 years, okay, and I have amazing value, okay, so you might want to check this out and my other videos. So let's continue. So, okay, guys, so this is an example of what is a supply zone. So as you can see, how can you identify a supply and demand zone? So as you can see, a demand zone or a supply zone is going to be, basically it's going to be a candlestick which is going to be opposite to a pretty big push or move. Okay, so in this example, we can see how price left this bullish candle. Okay, and after that, we had a pretty significant drop. Okay, so that is going to be your supply zone. So what you want to do is just wait until price comes back into that area and you will have a reaction. Okay, so what are the benefits of this system or this strategy is that you're going to have identified your entry area, you're going to have a very tight stop loss or risk, and these have a huge potential for your target take profit and reward. So let's see this example. Okay, so your eyes are going to be in this area whenever price comes back. Okay, all right, so as you can see, guys, just take a look how this candlestick closed inside, but it didn't violate it or broke above the zone. Okay, so you can go into lower time frames. I'm not going to go a lot into detail like how to enter. I just want you to see how price reacts into these zones. Okay, I do have a lot of systems. You can check the link below. Okay, and I go thoroughly, like very detailed, mechanically rule-based on how you can take trades. You don't need a lot of trading experience. You don't need to be an expert. Okay, I have different systems and you can just check the link below. Okay, guys, so as you can see, price closed inside this zone and immediately it had a significant drop. Okay, guys, now let's see what happens next. I want to mention, guys, that these zones, they can be tested multiple times. Now, the more they are tested, it's going to take the freshness out of it. Okay, why is that? Because think about this way. Okay, guys, so banks and institutions, they move the market. Okay, like they move the market. So whenever there is a pretty significant move or push, that means that they are selling or buying, okay, from a certain level. So as you know, they cannot move hundreds of billions of dollars in just one move or trade. So that's why you're going to see price coming back into a zone multiple times. Okay, but there's going to be a point in which all the orders have been filled. Okay, so that zone is not valid anymore. Okay, so as you can see in here, see how perfect it retested that zone and it dropped again. Okay, let's see what happens next. Okay, guys, so as you can see, we see price coming back again and you had this pretty beautiful candle. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it was a pretty beautiful candlestick, and then we had a pretty beautiful and big and significant push to fill this range. Okay, so that's another thing you want to see. You're going to see the swing point low being filled, okay, from this high. Okay, guys, so as you can see, it was tested 3 times. Okay, and it was in the third push in which it actually reached the low. Okay, guys, so how can you target and how can you trade this? Well, you gotta trust the zone And you can do one of two things. You can go for a specific amount of pips in every trade, okay? Which that's something that I love to do. And you can check it in my other videos that I talk about how you can take 5, 10, or 20 pips in every trade. Or if you have a lot of patience, you can just leave your trade running for way more pips and a larger risk reward. As you can see in here, a short position would have been like this. Okay, you want to leave some room above the zone, and as I was saying, you can go for a specific amount of pips, or you can just target the low of the range. So in this example, as you can see, it was a very successful trade. Now just give me a second, guys. I'm going to show you real life examples. Okay, this is just how it looks in the practice. Okay, guys. So now that we saw an example of a supply and demand, now I want to show you what is a hidden zone. Okay, a hidden zone is not necessarily like a support resistance or not even a candlestick, but it's a space in between a candlestick. Okay, guys. So yeah, it could be also known as an imbalance. Okay, so maybe sometimes whenever you're trading, you're wondering why price made a move, or why did price retested, or why price had a reaction at a certain area, but you didn't saw anything. Well, that's probably because it was retesting or reacting to a hidden zone. Okay, guys. So as you can see, this was a hidden zone. So let me just rewind back. Okay, so you look to the left and you had this low. Okay, now you see price making like a fake out. So let me forward a little bit more and let me show you how you can identify these zones. Okay, so first thing that we see was this beautiful and strong and healthy candlestick. Okay, now that means there are some bullish pressure and there are some orders taking price to the upside. Now, remember what I said, banks and institutions, they cannot take the trade in just one move. Okay, so price usually is going to come back and refill and take more orders to continue. Okay, guys. So if you guessed that, yeah, you guessed that right. I already said that this was your hidden zone. So how can you trade this? Well, you can leave a buying order like this. Okay, and you can just target your highs, or you can go for a 1 to 2, or you can just leave some runners. Okay, guys. So let me just roll this and let you see how this looks in practice. Okay, so as you can see, it was very sensitive, and in here you see price closing inside and the next candle just ripped up. Okay, now let me continue, and as you can see, it came back down. Remember what I said, that they're gonna take some orders and continue going up, and it was tested like 3 times. Okay, so you don't have to worry if you don't catch it at the first time. Sometimes it's gonna take a little time and it's gonna refill. Okay, guys. Now, me personally, I'm not very fan of just waiting for this zone to get filled again. I like to take it instantly, like on the first tap, but at least I want to secure my entry point. Okay, guys. So as you can see, price in this example, it went up for about, it was 53 pips, and your stop loss could have been kept below this strong candle. Okay, now let me just forward and see how much did it put. Okay, guys, so look at that. Okay, this actually happened like today. Okay, and let me just zoom out so that you can see how of a big push this was. Okay, so it was a pretty significant move. Okay, guys, so let me show you. Okay, so it was tested multiple times, as you can see, and this was a little close, not too much, but as you can see, it was like at least like 4 times that it got close into our hidden zone. If we extend it to the left, that's our zone, and that's it. Okay, guys, now let me show you quickly some of the real life examples that I took so far this month. Okay, guys, so this is my website. You can check the link below. I know many of you are struggling, so I do have private and personalized coaching. Okay, you have contact with me anytime, and we can have free Zoom calls whenever you desire. Okay, and as you can see, I do have many systems. I have 15 years of trajectory and experience. Like, this is obviously for whoever wants to learn, guys. These are both of my websites, and no problem, you can contact me. I have my Telegram. The systems, they are very mechanical, they're rule based, you don't need to be an expert. Guys, it's amazing the progress my students had lately. Honestly, as soon as they join, man, like, they see results instantly. Okay, and I'm very happy to see this kind of results. And thank you also so much for your beautiful comments, guys. All right, guys, so let me show you. These are my real life trade examples. As soon as they are happening, I start making my trade markups. Okay, so you can see how it's developing and how I want to see certain things happening in the charts. Okay, so as you can see, here was liquidity being taken of these lows. So I was expecting price to continue pushing up. This example was very similar to the one that I just showed you. Okay, guys, now that you see the difference between a supply and demand and a hidden zone, immediately you can see this was a hidden zone. Okay, guys, so that's where I marked up my zone. And now let's see what happened next. Okay, price started to push up. Now, as you can see in here, I did miss entering right at this zone. Okay, that was ideal, but I waited for price to break above these highs, and as you can see, that was the entry. Okay, so as you can see, I like to record everything how it's happening at the moment, and I also recommend you journaling, guys, and make your annotations, like, what do you see in the charts, what's happening, how are you feeling. Okay, so when you go back, trust me, like, all of those annotations is gonna help you amazingly. Okay, and also when you win trades, you're gonna see what was right, what did you do right. Okay, so whenever it happens again, it's like your notes. Okay, when you're studying, you can go back and check your notes. Okay, so that was the outcome of that trade. So it was huge, it was more than 100 pips. So that was one trade coming from a hidden zone. Okay, guys, now as you can see immediately, yes, this was a demand zone, and I was expecting price to come back in here, retesting and pushing up. It was very simple. Now, most of these trades, they are happening in Nasdaq. Okay, I love trading the Nasdaq during the New York session. Let me roll. And as you can see, it was extremely profitable, and this zone was very sensitive. So a buy at the zone could have been amazing. It was about 60 pip moves. Now, look what happened here, guys. It was the same day, and the zone got broken. Okay, this was the zone, it got broken, and now we have a new hidden zone. So right here, I'm expecting price to retest this, okay, and just reaching the low of the day. So let me roll and show you what happened next. Okay, so as you can see, price came back into our zone, closed inside, and it had a pretty nice reaction. Okay, guys, so sometimes you're gonna get scared because you're gonna see a candlestick going in the opposite way. Okay, but you gotta trust. Now, obviously, it involves more analysis than just the zones itself. And obviously, as I said before, if you need that extra coaching, you can just check the link below and you can send me a message. Okay, guys, now let's see what happened next. That was the entry right at the zone, and as you can see, it dropped almost 100 pips again. Same thing here, guys. Okay, this is another example. This was the next day. All of these trades happened so far this month. So as you can see, it's almost one trade per day, and you don't have to trade every single day. But as you can see, guys, if you catch even one or two of these trades a week, it's gonna be pretty amazing. Okay, you're gonna see big results in your account. Okay, so as you can see in here, I'm expecting price to come back into this zone. Now, as I said before, there's many more things, other variables in the market. Okay, now let's see what happened next. Now, I was driving, so I just took the screenshot from the app of TradingView. As you can see right here, guys, this was absolutely amazing trade. Just check before. Okay, check this line, okay, this yellow line, and check my arrow. I was expecting price to retest this, and look what happened. Okay, so initially it didn't came back like instantly, but you had to wait a little bit. Okay, so it was also more than 100 pip drop, and it was pretty insane sniper type of trade. Okay, so here is another example. As you can see, there was a break of structure, price was dropping, made this new low, retested into this hidden zone, and price had a pretty nice reaction. Okay, now I'm gonna show you a combination between a hidden zone and a supply zone. Okay guys, so as you can see here above, we have a supply zone. So if you missed this, now I was expecting price to come back a little higher, but it did not. Okay, but I knew price was gonna drop here, so I did took at least 20 pips from this drop. Okay, and then immediately I closed. I just protected my stop loss at break even. Now, as you can see, price broke this zone. Okay, and now it was coming back into the supply zone, and it reacted instantly. Okay, now this could have been a quick trade, and I think it did not reach eventually because it was getting late. So for a quick scalp, yeah, it did work out. This was another trade very similar to the other one that I already showed you. Okay, I was expecting a retest at the zone, hidden zone. Okay, now there's gonna be a lot of traders that maybe they don't know, they're not gonna identify why price is gonna retest in here. Okay, but only the pros know. Now, as you can see, this was again, look at the guys, look at the precision of this. And as I said before, these are my annotations, these are my trades, and they happened. Okay, and as you can see, it reached and filled this range. So this was another successful, easy, quick trade happening in Nasdaq. And as you can see, it just kept going and going and going. Okay, but at this point, I closed my trade right here. There's no need if you want to like take like a monster, like huge chunk of the market. That's up to you. Like there's no right or wrong. It's all about personalities. Okay. Okay, and then this one was a demand zone. Okay, guys, so because we already saw some supply zones, hidden zones, and now in here we see this Nasdaq beautiful demand zone. Okay, so as you can see, price was retesting this low. Okay, we had this, so we had this previous low. Okay, to the left, and as you can see, price was retesting this. It was very well developed. You can identify them because they have to be pretty well structured. Okay, you see this bearish candle previous before this move up. Okay, and price was coming back into it, and it closed inside or at the edge, and then price started to react. So now let's see what happened next. Beautiful reaction. Okay, now these yellow lines are the possible targets. So as I said before, guys, remember the targets, they can be the top of the ranges. Okay, so beautiful strategy. As you can see, very tight and low risk and pretty large possible and potential reward. Okay, so as you can see, if I forward this trade, this was beautiful. It reached the high of this range, and that's it for the day, guys. Okay, and if I forward again, gave you 100 pips. So as you can see, you don't have to be a swing trader like those guys that they say like, oh, I'm the best, like I'm swing trader, that's the best. No, guys, you can, as you can see, like these are like tiny, very small risk and precision trades that they can turn even bigger trades than swing trades. Okay, so this is very profitable type of system. So remember, guys, if you want to learn even more, just check the link below. That's it for this video. Thank you very much.